Okay, and next up in your animal profiling masterclass, we have bear energy. So a bear energy person is definitely what you would think, a mama bear energy. This is someone, as a client, I would consider like you're not going to get one over on them, that's for sure. Is as a lover, this is a person that would be very protective, right? This is why I resonate so much with the animals, because you don't have to learn anything. You just have to know what the animal and how it is in nature, right? Its natural habitat. What is the nature of a bear? So like I said, as a romantic partner, someone that's nurturing, maybe someone that has like some Taurian placements. I am going to start throwing in some of the zodiacs in here because there is a big part of the elements that come through. Okay, so this might be a Taurian, right? Taurians tend to have heavier bodies. They have bigger bone structures. Because they love that luxury. You think about the bear hibernating, and so you also like someone that's a client and you're in finances or something like that, or banking. You would like a bear. This bear, they don't get fat. This isn't a skinny bear. This bear eats. Right? This bear hibernates. This bear does not make decisions lightly, right? This bear you don't want to mess with, right? Again, in relationships or in friendships or even as a boss, right? This is the boss that you don't want to get on the boss's bad side, right? This is a boss that you want to bring food to, right? Especially if you know someone's chart or something like that, right? You can really tap into if someone does have a Taurian nature. You have to realize that they're ruled by Venus and they love food, expensive things, luxury items. So bear in reverse, are not in reverse. In the horizontal, I do not like, because this is a person, I feel, even though I like to say that these cards are neutral when they're in the horizontal, they're really not. Okay, and so this is definitely where, someone can kind of flip on you, right? So if I were to read this as an energy, if I was going into Airbnb and I got bear this way, I wouldn't go to that Airbnb, because this is a person that can flip. And you could read that for all of the cards horizontally, or you can read it that way as a neutral energy. I read cards intuitively, so it pops up, again, depending on the surrounding cards, how they fall, what the question is, but also whether I get an intuitive nudge or a download or something along those lines, or it doesn't feel right. I just go with the flow. But if you want to make hard and fast rules, which I do with your spirit team, I do recommend that. And then when you have bear in reverse, this is a person that is very, very overbearing, right? This is like the mother that can't let go of her son, right? This is the person that will strong arm you. This is the client that will try and, if you say no to them or whatever, they'll go to your boss, right? This is an energy that you really just want to steer clear of. So again, you only want a bear if it's in the upright. I mean, that's pretty much with all of the cards, but this is definitely a very vindictive, because think about bears when they turn, right? Like, do you want that energy on you when all of a sudden they charge and they come at you with everything and they throw their weight at you and they throw their body at you? Think about that, someone that's a politician or something like that, right? They used to use those, what do they call them, the berserker bears? Yeah, so again, this is a person I would steer clear of, right? If you go into work and you bring your cards with you and you see your boss is in bear in reverse mode, I would avoid talking to the boss that day, okay? Until you check in the afternoon and maybe has some lunch and a cocktail, and maybe he might be in a better mood to approach for whatever you have to. So again, these cards are using to read the room, and they change as our moods change. That's the beauty of free will, and that's the beauty of having these cards, because they read the room and energy as is. GoPro, stop recording.